All right, the starting lineup here for Riverdale Ridge. They will go with Marcus Henn. He's one of the guards along with the aforementioned Brady Green, big sophomore. MJ Noose, along with junior Jathan Alston and junior Ryan Leopold. Very talented team here from Thornton, wearing their royal blues. Now for the Mustangs. They'll go with their leading scorer, junior Wesley Carnes, along with senior Fernando Marquez. Mustangs also going with Briggs Wheatley, a senior. Frank Ortega's in the starting lineup tonight for Fort Morgan. Colin Farley. It's actually Braden Fajardo. Check that. Fajardo's in there. Thought I saw Wheatley. No, it's Fajardo. In fact, I don't see Wheatley at all. So I don't know how I misidentified that. So here we go. The opening tip brought to you by Buildings by Design. When it comes to experience, Buildings by Design is the best in the business. Quality, commitment, and experience makes Buildings by Design the only choice when it comes to your next project. Colin Farley will jump center for Fort Morgan. More than likely, Jathan Alston for Riverdale Ridge. He's got plenty of hops out there. And nope, it's going to be Brody Green instead. And the tip is controlled by Fort Morgan. Here's Fajardo with a basketball between his legs. On the outside left to Chet, bounce pass over to Carnes. Penetrates, jump pass inside Ortega, banks and scores. That is Frank Ortega. Beautiful drive to the basket. It's 2-0 Fort Morgan, 20 seconds into the game. On the other end is Marcus Henn. Now to Alston, right of the lane, kicks it back out to Green. Now here is Ryan Leopold. Now in the left corner to Alston, looking down low. Can't find Green, kicks it back out on the right side to Henn. Crossover dribble, right corner, wide open three. That's good. And that is Ryan Leopold, the leading scorer, at 15 points a game. 3-2, Riverdale Ridge. Carnes the other way, left of the lane. Had the ball stripped out of bounds by Leopold. And Fajardo to throw it in for Fort Morgan. Fajardo bounces it into Fernando Marquez against Alston on the left wing. Here's Fajardo, pulls up from 10. That's going to be short. Rebound to Ortega, goes back up and he misses. And a nice rebound by MJ Noose. On the outside left, Alston, he'll take the shot, and that's an air ball. Ortega's got the basketball for Fort Morgan. Dribbling out of traffic is Frank Ortega. Swings it over to Marquez, left wing three, back rimmed it. Strong rebound and a foul from behind. I'm not sure why. Colin's done that a few times this season. No chance to grab the rebound, and he went well over the back of the rebounder, Brady Green. Yeah, got to let that go. I mean, you get yourself out of the game when you're doing that too early in the game. And Marcus Henn with a 4-3 lead, making a 3-2 lead for Riverdale Ridge across the timeline. Henn on the right side to Leopold. Back near the top here is Nusi. On the high left to Henn. Henn against Wesley Carnes. Straight away, Leopold. Down low here to Brody Green, and he scoops it up and in. That's Brady Green. Boy, he's got some height there. 5-2. Marquez into the front court for Fort Morgan. Right of the lane all the way. The layup is up and partially blocked, and the ball is loose. It's picked up by Henn and stolen by Ortega, or fouled by Ortega. Yep. Ortega fouled him. No, they're going to say, well, it's not a 1-5. Just wearing a 5, yeah. Yeah, the official got fooled there. And the Ravens have it. The scoreboard is down. Something happened with the scoreboard, but it's 5-2. Should be about 6:13 to go here in the opening quarter. Riverdale Ridge girls won 65-34 tonight. And hopefully they've got everything solved. So here we go the other way. Marcus Hinn is the point guard. And by the way, there's players out there with masks for Riverdale Ridge, but they're not really wearing them. The lob down low and a foul. That's a push-off. That's a push by Brady Green. Offensive foul. And the first turnover of the game. Colin Farley to throw it in. He gets it into Carnes. So here comes Carnes and Fort Morgan across the timeline. Carnes is picked up by Newsy, dribbling to his left. The jump pass to Fajardo, left of the lane, had the ball stripped from behind, and now he got a whistle. I think Fajardo fouled Brady Green, and he did. So not a good possession there for Fajardo. Turns it over and fouls the Riverdale Ridge player. Well, Fort Morgan scored the first points, but nothing since. We got 5:47 to go. Nearly a steal by Marquez near midcourt. Ball is loose, picked up by Leopold. Leopold straight away, wide open three, back rimmed it, and the ball is tipped out of bounds. Oh, it's going to be off Fort Morgan and Colin Farley. Hinn will throw it in. Hinn looking, still looking, still looking. Bounce pass down low for Newsy, right corner. Hinn, three in the air, in and out. Colin Farley rips down the rebound for Fort Morgan. Farley with the outlet to Fajardo. Fajardo into the front court. Between his legs, lost control and got it back behind the three-point line. Jump pass Ortega. Ortega puts up a runner, partially blocked, and it's picked up by Farley, and that shot is blocked, but Green had his foot on the end line. Fort Morgan basketball, and to inbound it will be Wesley Carnes. Carnes looking in the right corner for Farley. Back out to Fernando Marquez. Right of the lane, jump pass. Farley, right baseline shot, good. Colin Farley with a nice 10-footer. Fort Morgan draws to within one. It's 5-4, 5 minutes to go in the first. Here's Ryan Leopold on the outside right. Now to Newsy, right of the lane, all the way. Has the shot blocked out of bounds. A wild miss. I think Farley got a piece of the basketball. And Hinn to throw it in. R.J. Holiday and Cameron Lewis are in for Riverdale Ridge for Austin and Newsy. Hinn triggers it in to Leopold, left of the lane. Puts up a little runner up and in with the right hand in the lane. Leopold now with 5. Riverdale Ridge leads 7-4. Marquez across the timeline. Baseball pass inside, knocked out of bounds, and it's off of Fajardo. Might have jammed his finger. It was poked away by Leopold, but it went off Fajardo. Second turnover by the Mustangs. Marcus Hinn for the Ravens. At the top, between his legs, right of the paint. Hinn turns, spins, shoots, travels. 2 turnovers for each team. Yeah, all the Ravens have got masks, but they're not covering their mouths, so it's almost a moot point. They're not required this year in high school basketball. Wesley Carnes with the left-handed dribble, left of the lane, throws up a runner. That's no good, but the strong side rebound by Marquez. Inside pass to Farley, then his pass is poked out of bounds. It's off Riverdale Ridge, intended for Ortega. And Carnes will be the inbounds passer. Wesley, bounce pass, left of the lane. Fajardo has his shot blocked by Brady Green. He comes away with the basketball and stripped by Marquez. Here is Fort Morgan. Fajardo down low, Carnes, and that shot's blocked. Goaltending. Are they going to call a foul? That should be goaltending. I thought it hit the glass first. They're just going to call a foul? In fact, I didn't think it was a foul. I thought it was goaltending. Carnes missed the shot. This would be a foul on Green, which would be a second. That's a huge call in this game. Wow, I thought that was goaltending. Anyway, Wesley Carnes to shoot 2. And the free throw is in. He was not over the cylinder, but if the ball hits the glass first and then you pin it, that's goaltending. Green is out. Gherkin is in for Fort Morgan. Lane Hawkins is in for Riverdale Ridge. 7-5 in favor of the Ravens. 4:07 to go in the opening quarter. Second free throw, yes. Carnes goes 2 for 2. It's 7-6. And Marcus Hinn across the timeline. Here's R.J. Holiday into the paint. Swings it back out to Hawkins. Down the right side to Cameron Lewis. Straight away. And stripped. Oh, Marquez had stripped Leopold, but he committed the foul to do so. Fernando with his first. 3/4 court to throw it in will be Lewis for Riverdale Ridge. In the left corner, Leopold against Marquez. Swings it back out to Lewis in the left wing. Looking down low. On the outside right, pass is stolen by Fajardo. Fajardo all the way. Reverse layup up and in, and a foul. Fajardo coast to coast. And the Mustangs lead 8-7 as he went glass. And the foul is on Leopold. What a play there by Fajardo, one of the better athletes in the state. Now looking to convert the three-point play for Fort Morgan. Mustangs are on a mini run here. That free throw's up, and that's perfect. Fort Morgan on a 7-0 run. It's 9-7. Lewis into the front court as the Mustangs have the lead. On the high left, here is Marcus Hinn against Wesley Carnes. Dribbles towards the top. Jump pass outside right to Nussi. Cut off over there by Fernando, looking down low. Now to Marcus Hinn straight away against Carnes. To Nussi at the free throw line. 15-footer partially blocked by Fernando. And Frank Ortega's got the basketball. Ortega then had the ball poked from behind. Here comes Riverdale Ridge. Nussi all the way is fouled by Gherkin as he missed the shot. That's a good call. Gherkin commits his first. And Nussi to shoot 2. To tie the game at 9 if he makes both. He spins, he shoots, and off to the left. Fill up your cooler, gas up your car. Stubbs Gas and Oil, easy and convenient. Make them the only stop you need on your way to the big game. Stubbs Gas and Oil. Anthony Chavez is now in for Riverdale Ridge. Second free throw is good. The Mustang lead is 1, 9-8. And Fernando Marquez will toss it to Wesley Carnes, setting up the Mustang offense. Carnes on the outside right, overhead pass near the timeline to Marquez against Holiday. Jump pass to Gherkin, and he dunks! Nathan Gherkin with a slam, a two-handed slam for the junior. It's 11-8. That got the crowd fired up. Lewis against Ortega. Cross-court pass to Holiday. Holiday with a right-handed dribble behind his back against Fajardo in the paint. Swings it down low. Hawkins shot up and in. Offensive foul. Ortega took the contact. No basket. Boy, great defense there by Ortega, who held his ground. He's a few inches shorter, but he's really strong. With 2:41 to go in the opening quarter. And the lead for Fort Morgan is 3 at 11-8. Boy, nice defense by the Mustangs here in the early going against a team that's got lots of length, especially Leopold and Green. Carnes on the outside left to Ortega. Dribbles left baseline. He's cut off over there by Nussi. Straight away to Marquez. Fakes the three against Holiday. Gets a pick from Gherkin. Left of the lane. Left corner. Ortega. 3. Yes! Frank Ortega! Where did that shooting come from? He's got 5, and the Mustangs lead 14-8 on a 12-1 run. Nussi on the right wing against Marquez. Straight away, here's Cameron Lewis against Ortega. Left side is Chavez looking down low for Green. Back out to Holiday. Dribbles right hand free throw line. Straight away to Lewis. Left of the paint. In the left corner to Chavez. Picked up by Carnes. Back out to Lewis. Looking to set up this offense for Riverdale Ridge under 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. The Mustangs lead by 6. On the outside right to Newsom. Near the top to Chavez. Picked up by Carnes. Straight away, here's Cameron Lewis as the Mustangs back off defensively. A little bit of a soft zone, and there is a foul. A push by Gherkin. That's his second foul. That's going to land him on the bench in favor of Farley. And to throw it in will be Lewis. The Mustangs have committed 16 fouls. That's a negative. That's going to send Riverdale Ridge to the line for a while. Lewis lobs it back out to Chavez near midcourt. Over to Holiday. Holiday against Fajardo. at the head of the three-point circle on the left wing to Nusi. Cross-court pass nearly stripped away. Now stripped away by Carnes, and he banks and scores. Wesley Carnes to the rack. Riverdale Ridge with their fourth turnover. The Mustangs lead 16-8. Lewis, right corner for Hawkins, and he's fouled by Farley. Oh, another foul that you don't need to commit. Too far away from the basket. Second foul. Yeah, there's no reason for that, and he's going to be taken out of the game in favor of Aiden Garver. 17 foul as well. Yeah. Colin did score a bucket, but again, 2 fouls there that were unnecessary. It's a 14-1 run for Fort Morgan. And now 1-1. They've got 13 team fouls up there. Should be 7. I've got 7. The free throw shooter is Lane Hawkins. Right-handed free throw shooter. Bends, shoots, in, out, and in. It's good. (16-9). Second free throw. Hawkins in the air. It's in and out. Strong rebound by Garver. Now the Mustangs the other way with 1:15 to go in the first quarter. Up by 7. Just beyond the timeline is Carnes. In the right corner. Now here's Fajardo right of the lane. Backs up for a 3. Good! Fajardo backpedaled for a 3. Almost like a step back. He's got 6. The lead is 10 for Fort Morgan. 19-9. Lob to Hawkins. Down low for Nusi. Stripped out of bounds by Marquez. It went off of Nusi. It got him on the leg. That's great defense by Fort Morgan. 5 turnovers for the Ravens. The Mustangs have 4. Excellent first quarter by Fort Morgan so far. One of the best I've seen this season. Here is Carnes into the front court. Hands it off to Fajardo on the high left. Crossover dribble at the free throw line. Jump pass is poked away. It's loose, and it's taken away by Jathan Austin. And now we have a foul in the backcourt on Carnes. No, don't want to do that. Overly aggressive again, and this will be the 1-1 for Cameron Lewis. Carnes with his first. Fouling him 60 feet away from the basket. With only 37.7 seconds to go in the quarter, Lewis to shoot the 1-1. Free throws up and off the back of the rim. Marquez grabs the rebound. Marquez over to Ortega. Now to Fajardo, left of the lane. Fajardo back out to Ortega, straight away to Marquez. Here's Carnes penetrating all the way down low. Fajardo banks and scores. Beautiful pass from Wesley to Fajardo with the left hand off the glass. Fajardo now has 8 and the lead is 12. 21-9, 13 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Austin straight away, right of the lane, jump pass over to Lewis, now to Holiday on the outside left. Holiday left of the lane between his legs at the free throw line, 3 seconds to go. Here is Cameron Lewis banking and missing, goes back up and misses. And that's the end of the first quarter. Fort Morgan played one heck of a first quarter, trailing early but dominating thereafter. It's Fort Morgan 21, Riverdale Ridge 9 on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Mustang head coach TJ Schneider has to be overjoyed with the first quarter performance by the Mustangs. Scoreboard has gone out again, 21-9 in favor of Fort Morgan. And they've got to get that going. It's gone out for the second time here in the early going in the first half. So let's see what's let's see what the deal is here. Yeah, it keeps going on and off, and that's the problem. They can't get it to a point that the scoreboard is intact. All right, they've got it back up here on both sides. It'll be, let's see, that's Cameron Davis into the game for the first time. He's got the basketball. Out there with Austin, who's got it now. Austin in the right corner to Leopold. 15-footer is going to be well short. Leopold has the rebound. Back out to Austin. They reset the offense. Here's the runner by Hinn, up and in the lane. Marcus Hinn scores. And it's 21-11. Marquez the other way for Fort Morgan. Marquez with a crossover, left side to Fajardo. Fajardo jump pass inside. Ortega banks and scores. Man, nice cut to the basket. Frank Ortega has played a heck of a game so far. 7 points and 3 rebounds. The lead is back up to 12. Hinn the other way off the glass and in, and a foul on Carnes. He hooked it in with a right hand off the glass. Wesley Carnes with his second. That's a strong move to the bucket by Marcus Hinn, who did not score in the opening quarters. Got 4 points here in the first 41 seconds, and Rodrigo Alvarez is into the game for the Mustangs. Marcus Hinn to the line. He bends, he shoots, and scores. Fort Morgan 23, Riverdale Ridge 14. 7:13 to go before halftime. Alvarez outside left of Fajardo. Overhead pass to Garber straight away. Behind the three-point line, the three is up, and that's a brick thrown up there by Alvarez, but Ortega gets the rebound. He misses, and he's fouled. I mean, Frank Ortega playing special basketball. Marcus Hinn with a foul. Ortega to shoot two. So here we go with Frank Ortega's first free throw. That's a line drive, and he bricked it. Second free throw on the way. Western Engineering Consultants, engineering and consulting services for all of your projects. Strong commitment to their clients' needs sets them apart. Second free throw is good. Frank now with 8 points in the game. The lead is 10 at 24-14. Brady Green is back in, so their two big guns are in the game now. Hinn with a right-handed dribble against Alvarez straight away to Davis. Lob down low for Green, off his hands and intercepted. Boy, he just mishandled that. Turnover number 6 for the Ravens. And then a steal in the backcourt. Alvarez is stripped. Here's Holiday to Hinn. He banks and scores. Hinn has got 7 points in the quarter. We played just over a minute 20. Marquez the other way on the outside left, 24-16. Left of the lane all the way off the glass. No, but a foul. Man, can he hang in the air. And let's see who committed that foul. That might have been Davis. And it is. His first, and Fernando Marquez, who is yet to score, will go to the stripe. And the free throws off the back of the rim for Fernando Marquez. Lots of offense so far in this one, 24-16. We played just 9.5 minutes of basketball here in Fort Morgan. Second free throw, good. Mustangs are back up. They led by as many as 12. They're up by 9 with 6.5 to go before halftime. Hinn on the high right to Davis, and he traveled. Davis has that old-time afro, a 1970s fro. Looks good on him. So here we go the other way with Rodrigo Alvarez to throw it in to Fajardo. Braden Fajardo crossing midcourt. Crossover dribble on Davis. Picks it up. Now to Alvarez. Alvarez to his right to Ortega. Penetrates. He's going to be cut off. He spins. Looking. Bounce pass inside to Alvarez. He banks and scores. He snuck in behind the defense. Boy, what a look by Ortega. And Rodrigo scores. The Mustangs up by 11. 6 minutes to go. Second quarter. Here's Leopold as runners up and off to the right from about 5 feet away. Ball is out of bounds off Garber. And the Ravens have it. Let's see who throws it in. It'll be R.J. Holiday for Riverdale Ridge. Looking, still looking. Bounce pass, right baseline to Davis. 10-footer around and good. It rattles in for Cameron Davis. 27-18. What do you mean 57, John? Here is Alvarez on the outside right. Alvarez looking, still looking. Picks up the dribble. Got to get rid of it. Does to Marquez along the right baseline. Marquez with the left-handed dribble against Green. Dribbles right of the lane. Backs up. Now feeds it inside to Alvarez. Bounce pass. Fajardo banks and scores. The Mustangs are doing a tremendous job cutting to the basket. Lots of layups here. Fajardo's got 10 points. Fort Morgan 29. Riverdale Ridge 18, left of the lane, Green in the lane. He's double teamed and he hooks and scores off the glass. It's too easy, he's too tall. Green now with 4, it's 29-20. 5:03 to go before the break. Alvarez right of the lane, straight away Garber, he'll take the 3. He'll make the 3! Aiden Garber with a trifecta. The lead is back up to 12. 32-20. Hin right of the paint. Over to Leopold. Jump pass on the outside left to Holiday. Swings it straight away to Leopold against Marquez. Hands it off to Davis. 15-footer. Back rimmed it. And the long rebound to Alvarez of Fort Morgan. He'll hand it off to Ortega. Ortega with 4.5 remaining second quarter. Fort Morgan up by 12. Ortega right of the lane. Maintains the dribble. Now to Alvarez, and he's fouled by R.J. Holiday. That's the 17th foul. 1-1 here for Rodrigo Alvarez. (31-20) is showing as the score. Gherkin is now into the game. Let's confirm that. We've had some mishaps with the score tonight, but I've got 32. Why is it? Well, let's see. Nope. Let's see. Nope, that's okay. Free throw is up, and that's in and out. And Gherkin grabs the rebound for Fort Morgan. Gherkin back out to Alvarez. That's a nice play by Gherkin. Now to Marquez, right of the lane. Wants to shoot, cannot. He's double teamed. Bounce pass inside. He threw it away into the hands of Leopold. In the backcourt now to Davis. 4:08 to go. Alston down low for Green. The ball is stripped away by Gherkin and taken away by Alvarez. Another turnover there. That is going to be their 8th. Ortega cross court to Alvarez. Left wing, Fajardo 3. Good! Braden Fajardo hits the 3. Wow. Fajardo now has 13 points in the game. It's 34-20. Cross court pass to Leopold. Leopold dribbles into the paint. Jump pass back out to Davis. Davis right baseline, and the shot is missed by Green. Partially blocked by Gherkin, and Fajardo's got the basketball. It's a little right-handed hook. Fajardo left baseline leans, puts it up, and he misses. Gherkin has it, and Gherkin is fouled. Oh, he's tied up. Oh, man, but it stays with Fort Morgan. Fort Morgan has possession of the basketball. 3:26 to go in the second quarter. Marquez to throw it in. Right corner for Gherkin. Back out to Alvarez with a left-handed dribble. Swings it cross court to Marquez on the left wing. Marquez all the way, leans, has the shot blocked, and it's saved in by Hin. It was blocked by Leopold. The other way, here's Jathan Alston. He leans, he shoots, and he misses in and out. And the ball is poked away out of bounds off of Davis. Wow. I mean, the Mustang defense has been tremendous. Tremendous. I mean, Leopold and Green have got major size and length. And Fort Morgan not only holding their own, but they're leading by 14. The shooting's been very good for Fort Morgan. Here's Fajardo on the left wing. Kicks it cross court to Marquez against Jathan Alston. Marquez at the free throw line. He's fouled on the floor. He put up a shot, and are they going to count it? Are they going to count it, or what happened there? I think they might call it a Marquez. Offensive foul. Yep, Marquez was leaning into the defender who was set. Didn't like it. Fernando commits his second foul. And Farley now into the game, but Marquez is still out there. 2:48 to go. Here's Hin in the right corner for Leopold. Fakes the 3 against Marquez. Dribbles right of the lane. Turns. Spins. Jump pass inside to Green. He banks and misses, but a foul. Oh, they're going to say Fernando committed his third. Well, they got to take him out. And now Brady Green to shoot 2. Yeah, they got to take him out. Unless they said it was Gherkin, but that's not 20 up there. Should be Fernando Marquez with his. Yeah, I think they got the wrong guy up there. And the free throw is in by Brady Green. I mean, that's a big difference if it's Gherkin, but anyway, Levi McCoy now into the game for the first time. 34-21, second free throw after Green made the first. He bends, he shoots, and in and out. And the ball is tipped around by Farley and Austin. It's off Farley out of bounds. Farley goes down hard. Getting up slowly is the senior Colin Farley, but he's okay. Ooh. Wow, did he come down on his wrist or something? He is hurt out there, but he's a gamer. I might have to take him out. Yeah, he's going to be out for Aiden Garber. So Garber right back into the game. And to throw it in is Cameron Lewis. Bounce pass, left baseline for Green. Green backing in on the defender. Dribbles, hooks, and he misses back rimmed. And the ball is loose, and it's rebounded by Fajardo in the corner. Fajardo dribbles out of the pack. Chest pass over to McCoy. Cross-court pass, Garber. Garber jump pass inside to Fajardo in the lane. Lost it, got it back. Fajardo is going to pull up for a three, and he missed it off to the left. Rebound, Fajardo banks and scores. Way to follow up your own shot, Braden. Oh, man, this guy is on fire right now. Fajardo's got 7 points in the quarter, and he's got 16 in the game. Austin in the lane, pulls up from 6. It's off to the right and short. And Ortega's fouled in the backcourt. That's going to be the 8th team foul as Frank grabbed the rebound. Mustangs up by 15 with an even 2 minutes to go. And Austin commits his first. I mean, this is textbook basketball. Textbook basketball by Fort Morgan, without a doubt. Frank Ortega with a 1-and-1. Free throw is off the back of the rim. Rebounded by MJ Nussi back into the game. Here's Hinn into the front court with a 15-point Fort Morgan lead. Hinn maintains the dribble. On the left wing to Holiday. Holiday against Fajardo. Hands it off to Nussi. Picked up by McCoy. Left-handed dribble. Hands it back off to Cameron Lewis. Right baseline. Holiday penetrates. Trapped. Over to Nussi. Left wing three in the air. Back rimmed it, no, but the long rebound to Marcus Hinn. Hinn straight away. Now to Holiday. That looked like a travel. No whistle. 15-footer. Yes. That should have been a travel. 36-23. And now Fajardo is stripped. No foul. There was contact. And then Aiden Garber knocks it away. The teams exchange turnovers. Well, they're swallowing the whistle here over the last 20-some-odd seconds. Alvarez across the timeline with a basketball. Mustangs up by 13. Gets it over to Fajardo. Fajardo with a crossover dribble. Fajardo fakes the three. He's trapped over there. Cross court to Ortega. Ortega on the outside right. Penetrates all the way. Off the glass, too strong. And the rebound is into the hands of Cameron Davis. And then Nussi travels. Wow. I've said wow quite a bit because I'm very impressed the way Fort Morgan is playing tonight. Alvarez into Fajardo, 48 seconds to go. Baseball pass front court to McCoy, and then he nearly threw it away, but Garber's able to retrieve it. Now here's Garber over to Rodrigo Alvarez, just beyond the timeline. Here's the bounce pass to Fajardo. Bounce pass, free throw line all the way. The shot is up and in off the glass, and that is Levi McCoy with a rare bucket for him. And the Mustangs lead 38-23 as McCoy gets into the scoring column. Right baseline, Green hooks and scores in a foul. Oh, man, Aiden Garber committed the foul. Light contact, but it was called on Garber. Green to the line to shoot. One free throw. Nussi is out. Jathan Austin is in. 38-25 Fort Morgan with 21.5 seconds to go. Green has scored 7 points in the game, and he makes it 8. The free throw is in. Let's see if Fort Morgan works for the final shot. Rodrigo Alvarez along the right baseline maintains a dribble into the front court to McCoy. He'll get it over to Alvarez with 11 seconds to go. Alvarez jump pass to Fajardo with 8 seconds to go. Just beyond the timeline, dribbling to his right. Back near the top with 4, with 3. Jump pass inside, knocked away out of bounds. It's off Fort Morgan. A forced pass by Fajardo, and that time it didn't pay off. Inbounds pass to Hinn from half court. He'll pull it up, blocked by Fajardo. Wow, rarely see a blocked half court shot. That's a great play there by Braden Fajardo. The Mustangs led by 12 points after one quarter. And guess what? They still lead by 12. Boy, that's a heck of a first half performance by the Mustangs. That was fun basketball to watch. Here in the first half, Fort Morgan taking on a team, again, that is 10-2 going in. I think I mentioned Fajardo had 16 points. He's got 15, but we'll go through the halftime numbers here coming up momentarily as soon as they start the 10-minute clock here for the halftime festivities. But Riverdale Ridge had the early lead. And then all of a sudden, Fort Morgan kicked it up with the score at the break. From Fort Morgan High School in the second of our doubleheader. It's the Fort Morgan Mustangs 38, the Riverdale Ridge Ravens 26. We'll take a 3-minute break and come back with a first half recap right after this on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We begin the third quarter. Riverdale Ridge with the basketball as the Mustangs lead 38-26 on Morgan County's B106 KPRB Brush. Fort Morgan. MJ Newsy hits a three in the corner on the first possession here for Riverdale Ridge. They make it a 9-point game in favor of the Mustangs. 38-29. Carnes right of the lane, puts it up off the glass and in. What a runner there by Carnes. A little hook. He's got 6. 40-29 in the right corner. Here's Ryan Leopold. He backs up to Marcus Hinn. Hinn against Carnes at the free throw line. Hands it off to Austin. Austin jump pass inside. Green banks and scores. Right off the glass for Brady Green. He's got 10. It's Carnes, Fajardo, Marquez, Ortega, and Farley for Fort Morgan. Here is Carnes down low for Farley. Lost it. Kicks it back out to Fajardo in the corner. Jump pass is intercepted by Marcus Hinn. Hinn with one to beat. Ortega's in front of him. He puts up a floater and scores. Watch out for this team from Thornton. 40-33. Mustangs led by as many as 12. Actually, I think the lead might have been 15, but I got to backtrack to that. Here's Fajardo across the timeline. Left of the lane, Fajardo jump pass inside. Intercepted by Leopold. Here is Austin all the way, up and in. They need a timeout. They need a timeout. They're out of control here. Just like that, the lead is down to 5, 40-35. And there it is. TJ Schneider calls a timeout. That's an excellent timeout by the first-year head coach. I mean, Riverdale Ridge came out strong to begin this quarter. They've scored 9 points in just 100 seconds. Yeah, Fort Morgan cannot let them sustain that pace. 40-35. A 9-2 run to begin the quarter, which started off with a three-pointer from MJ Newsy. Like a good neighbor, Greg Mullen and his team are there at State Farm Insurance to make the insurance world easy for you. Call them at 842-4555. That's Greg Mullen at State Farm Insurance. The Mustangs were getting careless with the basketball there in a couple of sequences. That's another reason for the Coach Schneider timeout. Wants to get this game back to the optimum level that the Mustangs had established in the opening half. Fajardo, three-quarters court, bounces into Marquez. Marquez against Hinn, dribbles to his right. Now to Fajardo on the high right. Right corner, Carnes penetrates. Jump pass, cross court, and he threw that one into the hands of Marcus Hinn. Hinn against Ortega, leans, banks, and he misses. And the ball is tipped away, and Fajardo's got it for Fort Morgan. Mustangs want to run. Fajardo over to Marquez, banks and scores. Right off the glass. Nice feed by Fajardo. Marquez now with 3 points. 42-35, 5:48 to go in the third. Newsy, left corner three, did it again. Wow. Newsy had 1 point in the first half. He's got 2 threes here in the third. Carnes the other way, forces up a shot, and he misses. And the rebound is controlled by Green. Long pass to Hinn. Hinn all the way. Banks, and he missed it. And Newsy's fouled from behind by Farley. Farley commits his third. All of a sudden, it's 42-38. Well, who saw this coming? And they're going to say he was fouled from behind, but he was trying to follow up the shot. And the free throw is around and good. Aiden Garver now checks in for Farley. So even though Farley fouled him from behind, they're going to say that Nussi was grabbing the rebound and tried to go back up. That's why it's a shooting foul. Second free throw is around and good. 42-40. 5:23 to go in the third quarter. Brand new ball game just like that. Fajardo across the timeline for Fort Morgan in the right corner to Ortega. Dribbles right baseline between his legs through Garver's hands. Marquez chases it down before it goes into the backcourt. Marquez gets a pick from Garver. Right of the paint. And that is going to be, I believe, a defensive foul as Marcus Hinn tried to work through the screen. Second foul on Hinn. Both teams have committed a foul here in the third. 5:09 to go. Fort Morgan leads by 2, but it was a double-digit lead not long ago. Bounce pass into Marquez in the right corner. Dribbles right baseline. He leans, he shoots, and he misses, but a foul. He got the defender in the air. Nussi with his first. Here is Fernando Marquez, an off night offensively, and that free throw is good. Fernando just with 4 points. Braden Fajardo carried the load with 15 points in the opening half. Second free throw is around and off to the left. Nussi grabs the rebound. Riverdale Ridge can tie it with a 3. Into the front court, left side to Austin. Baseball pass cross court. Here is Leopold. He leans, he banks, and too strong, and the tip by Green is no good. And Frank Ortega has the Fort Morgan rebound. The Mustangs want to slow this down on the left wing to Fajardo between his legs. Fajardo penetrates left baseline, leans, banks, and he misses, partially blocked by Austin. And Green has the basketball, and then stripped by Marquez. Marquez all the way, banks, scores, and a foul on Marcus Hinn. Fernando Marquez turns defense into offense, and the Mustangs lead by 5. In with his third foul. What a beautiful strip there by Marquez. Marquez has 5 in the quarter. Marquez has 6 in the quarter. The free throw is in. The Mustangs on a 4-0 run lead 46-40. 4.5 to go in the third. Jathan Austin on the outside left against Fajardo. Jump pass, and now we've got a traveling violation. Had the hop step. 12th turnover for the Ravens. Mustangs have come out strong here. A lot stronger. Here we go with Fajardo. In the backcourt, picked up by Marcus Hinn. Crosses the timeline. Fajardo picks up the dribble, looking, swings it left side for Marquez. Down low for Ortega. Defender in the air, puts it up and around and in! Frank Ortega got 2 taller defenders in the air. He now has 10. The Mustangs on a 6-0 run. Lead 48-40. In the left corner, here's Leopold, left of the lane. Marquez cuts him off. Straight away bounce pass to Austin. Back out to Leopold, right of the lane. He leans, he banks, and he misses. Leopold grabs the rebound, and then he's tied up by Garver. Yes, possession arrow, Fort Morgan Mustangs. Again, defense taking over here for the Mustangs. This is crazy. They can go back up by double digits. I mean, they were in significant trouble moments ago. And now, it's like they're the team they were in the first half. Wesley Carnes across the timeline. Carnes with a left-handed dribble. Jump pass inside Marquez. Reverse layup is up and in! Holy mahungus! And the lead is 10. 50-40. We'll have that video on YouTube as we have a foul in the front court. And that was on Wesley Carnes' third. And Fernando Marquez has gone off for 8 points in the quarter with 3.5 to go. The Mustangs on an 8-0 run. And Carnes is out and Alvarez is in. I mean, that tells you how good of a timeout Coach Schneider called there to get this team back on track. R.J. Holiday into the game to throw it in on the offensive end. Lobs it left corner for Hinn. Guarded by Alvarez. Dribbles into the paint. He hooks it up and an offensive foul. An offensive foul. That's an illegal screen set by Brady Green. It's also a turnover, the 13th, matching Fort Morgan's total. Mustangs are looking to extend the 8-0 run. 3.5 to go in the third. Fort Morgan 50. Riverdale Ridge 40. Alvarez into the front court on the outside right towards the corner. Bounce pass is going to be intercepted by Marcus Hinn. Hinn with Fajardo to beat, stripped out of bounds from behind by Ortega, and then it went off. Did it go off a Raven? No, it's going to stay with Riverdale Ridge off the Fort Morgan turnover. And the inbounds passer will be R.J. Holiday. Holiday in the offensive end. Right corner, Leopold, wide open three. Air ball. And Ortega is fouled in the backcourt by Green. That's not a smart foul. What is he doing? With all that size, he fouls Ortega, who had all that position. That might be his fourth. Yep, that's his fourth. That is a huge foul against Riverdale Ridge, but it was a foul. How about Ortega leading with 6 rebounds? Alvarez for Fort Morgan, and he's fouled by Holiday in the backcourt. He's right on top of him. That's going to be the 16th foul. I don't know what Riverdale Ridge is doing here. That defense is way too tight. And Fort Morgan doing an excellent job of controlling and securing the basketball, at least off the dribble. Alvarez across the timeline, hands it off to Marquez. Marquez in the high right. Marquez looks for a pick, pulls up from 15. That's off the back of the rim. And the one-handed rebound is grabbed by Jathan Austin, his first. Austin front court, right baseline. Holiday backs up, can't take that shot. On the outside right, here's Marcus Hinn crossing over. Now to Holiday on the right wing behind the three-point line. Straight away to Leopold against Marquez. Hands it off Holiday. Right wing three is in and out. And a one-handed snag of a rebound by Marquez. Still 50-40. 2.5 to go. Here is Braden Fajardo. Fajardo here in the third quarter against the defender now to Alvarez, and the ball's poked out of bounds into the Mustang bench. Fort Morgan retains possession. Alvarez to throw it in. Gets it into Marquez. Marquez, he's looking left baseline. He penetrates all the way, puts it up and in. Fernando Marquez cannot be stopped in the quarter. It's now a 10-0 run, and Fernando in the quarter has got 10 points. 2:12 to go, 52-40. Austin back out to Nusi, 15-footer. I think they got a part of the basketball, did Garver, and the rebound is taken away here by Alvarez of Fort Morgan. Alvarez hands it off to Marquez. Can Fernando do it again? Let's see. Fernando straight away. Fernando's going to back up, 17-footer. Yes! Fernando Marquez scores again, and the lead is 14. This is a 12-0 run. Timeout! Riverdale Ridge. Wow. Fernando had 1 point in the opening quarter. And again, we'll have some Marquez highlights coming up on YouTube. We've taken some video here in the third. What a quarter for Marquez. This was similar to what we saw from Braden Fajardo against Niwot when he had a huge, I think it was second quarter, but Fernando in this quarter has scored 12 of his 13 points, and we still have 1:42 to go. The lead for the Mustangs is 54-40. I did not see this coming. After being up by 12 at halftime, then Riverdale Ridge shaves into the lead and makes it a 2-point game. And just like that, the Mustangs have taken off again, and they picked up where they left off in the second quarter with a little bit of a lull there in between. It is Leopold, Nusi, Jathan Austin, R.J. Holiday, and Marcus Hinn. The Mustangs with Alvarez, Ortega, Fajardo, Marquez, and Aiden Garver. That's going to be a blocking foul on Garver, as penetrating was Leopold. Fort Morgan's third team foul. Garver with his second, but that's good defense by Aiden. And it triggered in is Holiday. Holiday looking for the cutter. That's a pass near the top here to Marcus Hinn. In against Alvarez. On the left wing to Leopold. Right side to Nusi. Inside to Holiday, and he banks and scores. Over Alvarez. Holiday now with 4. That stops the 12-0 run. But the lead is 12 for Fort Morgan. Fajardo right of the lane. Fajardo in the corner. Jump pass to Garver. Free throw line. Left baseline. Here's the shot by Marquez, and he misses. One-handed rebound is pulled away from Ryan Leopold. Leopold right of the lane. All the way off the glass, and that's in. Ryan Leopold scores for the first time since the first quarter. He's got 7. 54 for the Mustangs, 44 for the Ravens, 58 seconds to go in the third. Marquez left of the paint, cannot shoot. He's cut off over there, lost control, and he got it right back. Marquez looking, still looking. Mustangs might need a timeout. That's an offensive foul. That's not smart by Fernando. He dug his head right into Austin. That's going to be his 4th foul. I don't know why he did that. Not with less than a minute to go in the third. That's just undisciplined by a guy having a great quarter, and they're going to have to take him out. Well, that's his 3rd now, not his 4th. So the other one we thought was on Marquez, they called it on Gherkin. So that's a break for the Mustangs, that the other one was not called on Marquez. So he's still in the game. Here's Austin with 44 to go, right of the lane. Jump pass, left corner. 3 is up, and that's no good by Hin. And the rebound to Fajardo at Fort Morgan. That's his 5th. Fajardo out of the pack. Dribbles right of the lane all the way. Lays it up and in. Coast to coast for Braden Fajardo. His first points of the half. He's got 17 of the game. It's 56-44. 22 seconds to go in the third. Austin the other way. Leans, hooks, and a travel. Made some nice moves, but he did walk. Fort Morgan now will take the final shot with 17 seconds to go. Alvarez is met by Marcus in. Rodrigo Alvarez across the timeline with 12. Cross court to Fajardo now with 9. Left wing Fajardo with 7. Hands it off to Marquez. Reverse layup up and in. This cannot get any better for the Mustangs. And that is going to be the end of the third quarter. Fort Morgan closes the quarter on a 16-2 run. Fernando Marquez in that quarter scored 14 points. And Fort Morgan leads 58-44. We're back in 1 minute on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. John Beltran back with you. Let's start the fourth quarter. Riverdale Ridge with the basketball. They trail Fort Morgan 58-44. R.J. Holiday to Leopold. Cross-court pass is intercepted by Fajardo. Fajardo banks and too strong. And it's pulled away by Leopold. That was a turnover by Riverdale Ridge. Here's Holiday in the lane, little 10-footer, and he missed it. And Fernando Marquez grabs the rebound for Fort Morgan. They can slow this thing down 30 seconds into the fourth. Marquez had 15 points in the quarter. Bounce pass, Gherkin. He went in for the dunk. It was partially blocked. It's out of bounds off Fajardo. Oh, man. It's Gherkin, Marquez, Carnes, Ortega, and Fajardo for Fort Morgan. This is a great lineup they have out there. Yeah, Coach Schneider's rotations have been outstanding tonight, and it's paying off. Hin the other way. Hin on the outside right to Holiday. Right baseline. Jump pass back out to Hin against Carnes. Swings it over left side. Here is Leopold. Leopold working off a pick. Bounce pass to Jathan Austin behind the three-point line. Straight away to Leopold. Gets a defender in the air, and he leans, banks, scores, and a Mustang foul. To the line is Leopold, and the foul is on Gherkin. That's his fourth. Leopold averaging 15 points a game going in. Has 9 tonight with a free throw. Gherkin is out. And Colin Farley is back in. Anthony Chavez will check in for Jathan Austin. The lead is 12 for Fort Morgan, 58-46. With 7:05 to go in the game. And the free throw is up by Leopold and around and no good. And over the back went Chavez. That's going to be the 17th foul. This will be a 1-and-1. Let's go the other way. I think Colin Farley was the one who was fouled. Fajardo doesn't realize it's 17 fouls. He's about to throw it in, but there's nobody there except him. Or was it Fajardo that was fouled? Yeah, it was Braden. All right. Colin was just setting up in the lane. Fajardo has 17 points in the game. Free throw by the senior is up and off the back of the rim. Leopold grabs the rebound, his fifth here for Riverdale Ridge. On the high left, Chavez, three. Front rim, no. Ortega had the ball batted away by Chavez. Chavez back out to Leopold. Leopold, jump pass, left corner, Chavez, three, good. Anthony Chavez scores 58-49. 6:43 to go in the game. Fajardo into the front court at the free throw line. Bounce pass inside. Marquez reverse layup up and in. Man, great looks. Great passes tonight by Fort Morgan. Marquez now has scored 18 points in the game. 17 in this half. Leopold left of the lane. Jump pass over to Hinn. Hinn leans, can't shoot. Leopold left baseline. He turns, he spins, he shoots, and scores in the lane. Ryan Leopold. 4 points in the quarter, 11 in the game. Fort Morgan 60, Riverdale Ridge 51. 6:06 to go, and Farley's pass intended for Fajardo, poked out of bounds by Leopold. Here comes Cameron Lewis. He replaces who? He replaces Lane Hawkins, who was in there for a cup of coffee. Not literally. Carnes to throw it in the right corner to Farley. Back out to Marquez. Marquez nearly had it stripped, maintains the dribble. On the right wing to Carnes, gets a pick from Marquez. Carnes with definitely an off night, only 6 points for him. Jump pass, left baseline. Ortega's shot is up and no good from three-point range. Leopold with another rebound, and Carnes with a silly foul in the backcourt. There's no reason to do that, but it's only the 16th foul. And his fourth. Yeah, you can't do that. Alvarez will check in. And if you're going to foul here and work up the foul total, you want that in the front court, not after a rebound. They can make this a two-possession game with a bucket with 5:43 remaining. At the top, Chavez with a basketball on the outside left to Leopold. A long three is off the back of the rim, and Fajardo with a gorgeous rebound for Fort Morgan. Here comes Fajardo, dribbles by two, by three, and then he traveled. Yep, he did. He did travel. Mustangs now with 16 turnovers. Riverdale Ridge has 15, so pretty even in that category. And again, they're looking to draw to within 6. Leopold on the outside right. Near the top now for Holiday. Check that, that's Lewis. Now to Anthony Chavez, lobs near the timeline. For Leopold against Marquez, hands it off to Lewis. Lewis behind his back straight away. Chest pass over to Hinn. Hinn spins in the lane. Hinn looked like he walked, puts up a prayer and misses. And Colin Farley pulls out the rebound. And then he nearly threw it to Leopold, and then he was on the end line. Boy, Colin has struggled tonight. And we have a timeout by Riverdale Ridge, and the Mustangs commit the turnover. Off the miscue there. They've got the basketball. Timeout with 5:04 to go in the game. Fort Morgan does have a 60-51 lead. And we'll see what they decide to do offensively. You don't want to take too much air out of the ball and lose your rhythm. I mean, if there were 2 minutes to go or 2.5, but not with 5:04 remaining, that's too much time. Mobile banking on the go makes banking easier for you when you're on the go. Check them out today, Equitable Savings and Loan. Fernando Marquez had just 1 point at the break. And now has got 18 unofficially. Or is it 17? Let's see, John, do the simple math. We're 6, 8, 10, 11, 13, 14. He had 17 points. 16 in this half. He had 14 in the third. Braden Fajardo also has 17 points. And in the front court, it'll be Cameron Lewis to throw it in for Riverdale Ridge. Lewis looking for a cutter. Feeds it left of the lane to Holiday. Picked up by Ortega. Now Lewis hands it off to Holiday in the left wing. Gets a pick at the free throw line. Picks up the dribble. Swings it right corner for Hinn. Hinn against Rodrigo Alvarez. Dribbles. Cross court pass to Chavez. Left corner three. Yes. Man, that guy can shoot, and he's barely played. It's a 6-point lead for Fort Morgan. 60-54. The lead was 14 not too long ago. Alvarez in the right wing. Now to Fajardo. Fajardo is fouled. That'll be the 8th team foul, and Cameron Lewis got him with the body. Right there on the perimeter. That's only his first foul. Now you got to make free throws here, but you only get a second free throw if you make the first. Braden just missed a free throw moments ago, and Brady Green, saddled with 4 fouls, is back in the game. Green, Leopold, Hinn, Lewis, and Chavez. The free throw by Fajardo is perfect. The Mustangs lead 61-54. Need some defensive stops here as well. Second free throw, that's a beauty. 62-54. Stop them here, make a shot, go up by double digits. Leopold right of the lane. Jump pass, right corner, hinge shot, 15-footer, no good. Ball is tipped out of bounds off Ortega. Riverdale Ridge to throw it in. This will be Cameron Lewis to do so. Excellent basketball game tonight from Fort Morgan High School. The Mustangs are going for their 7th win of the season. Lewis looking down low for Leopold. Feeds it straight away to Hinn at the top. On the right side to Chavez against Ortega. Chavez dribbles right of the lane. Ortega right there. Backs up. His shot is short, but then he grabs his own rebound. It was a long rebound. Down low for Green. He banks and scores. Green is just too tall. Green now with 12. The lead is back down to 6 for Fort Morgan. 62-56. 4:03 to go in the game. Marquez free throw line. Picks up the dribble. Marquez on the right wing to Fajardo. He'll pull up for a 3, and that's off to the right. And Brady Green grabs the rebound, and Farley, what are you doing? I don't know why Collins committing fouls like that. He did it again. You cannot grab the rebound when you don't have positioning. I mean, that's his 4th foul. I don't get it. You don't have a chance to grab that rebound. You're sending them to the line. And it's a 1-and-1. Yeah, you want to force them to score in the front court on a possession, not at the line with the clock stopped. So here's Brady Green. He just scored moments ago. This free throw is up, and that's good. 62-57. It's a 5-point lead for the Mustangs. Second free throws in the air, and that's short. And Leopold going for the rebound. It's loose, and Fajardo grabs it off the hop, and then he nearly threw it away, and it's saved in by Marquez. Farley with a beautiful jump pass to Ortega, Banks, and he missed it. Oh, how do you miss that one? That was too easy. He left it short. Chavez the other way. Here's Leopold right of the lane. Kicks it cross court to Austin. Now back out straight away to Hinn, and he's fouled by Fajardo. 18th foul. That looked like a ticky-tack foul, but that's the call. And now Hinn to the line. Wow. Marcus Hinn can make this a 3-point game, but it's a 1-and-1. Let's see if he can miss and keep the Mustangs at a 5-point lead. This one is up, and that's good. 62-58. This is the makings of going down to the wire unless Fort Morgan has quality possessions. But Farley threw a gorgeous pass, and Frankie missed an easy layup. I mean, easy. He makes that 99 times out of 100. Second free throw is good. It is now 62-59 with 3.5 to go in the game. Fajardo across the timeline with a crossover dribble. On the high right, maintains the dribble right of the lane. Picks up his dribble, swings it over to Fernando. Marquez against Austin, right of the lane. And then his shot is blocked out of bounds by Green. Fort Morgan retains possession. I think you need a 3 here. I mean, something to the outside to stretch it out. Here's Farley over to Carnes. Carnes at the top. Left side, Fernando. He'll take a 3, and that's off the back of the rim. The ball is loose near midcourt, and it's picked up by Green, and they want to run, and then the ball is stripped by Carnes. Turnover, Riverdale Ridge. The Mustangs have it, and then they throw it away, and Chavez misses the 3. Teams exchange turnovers. Ortega with a rebound. A wild sequence, and then another steal by Riverdale Ridge, and then Austin throws up an air ball, and a foul from behind as Carnes is fouled by Leopold. That's his second. That was as sloppy a basketball on both ends as we've actually on one end. There were like 3 to 4 turnovers during that sequence, including one by my tongue. 62-59. Wesley Carnes was the one that was fouled by Leopold. And let's see what he can do. He's not had a big night offensively, just 6 points. That is the 9th team foul. It's a 1-and-1. Free throw is up, and the free throw is perfect. And Wesley's got beautiful arc on that free throw. Fort Morgan 63, Riverdale Ridge 59. 2:54 to go in the game. Second free throw, Carnes is in the air, and that's off the back of the rim. Went for the rebound, but Leopold was able to grab his 7th. Riverdale Ridge can draw to within 1 with a 3. On the left wing, Hinn penetrates left baseline all the way. He's cut off by Farley and Ortega. Bounce pass over to Green. Green in the paint. He hooks and scores off the glass. Green's got 5 in the quarter, 15 points in the game. Fort Morgan's lead is down to 2, 63-61. Carnes, left wing, all the way. Reverse layup up and in off the glass. What a move by Carnes. Timeout, Fort Morgan. Marquez, Carnes, and Fajardo all fired up. What a clutch bucket by Wesley Carnes. The Mustangs with a 65-61 lead with 2:26 to go in the game. Man, this is what it's all about here. Executing down the stretch for the Mustangs. And they were aggressive there. They were not going to do anything else but be aggressive. Fort Morgan girls fell tonight by a score of 65-34 to Riverdale Ridge. The boys had a few double-digit leads in the game, but this has been a half of runs. Riverdale Ridge had a big one in the third, then Fort Morgan countered with a 12-0 run of their own. They went from 42-40 to 54-40, but back came the Ravens. With 2:26 remaining in the game, Frank Ortega, Colin Farley, Wesley Carnes, Braden Fajardo, and Fernando Marquez for Fort Morgan. Brady Green, Ryan Leopold, Jathan Austin, Marcus Hinn, and Anthony Chavez for Riverdale Ridge. And they've got the basketball. And the ball will be rolled into Hinn. Hinn with the left-handed dribble, picked up by Carnes near the top. Hinn back to his left, on the left wing to Leopold against Marquez. Leopold head of the three-point circle to Chavez. Now on the left wing to Leopold, dribbles towards the free throw line, picks up the dribble. Left corner for Chavez, looking down low for Green. Straight away Hinn, he'll take the three, yes. Marcus Hinn has drilled a three-pointer. It's a one-point game, 65-64, with 1:56 to go in the game. Ortega's in the backcourt. Ortega across the timeline. Ortega, and we have a timeout. 30-second timeout called by Fort Morgan. With 1:52 remaining here from Fort Morgan High School. Riverdale Ridge has come back in this game. They have scored 20 points in the quarter. What a game. What a game. And Riverdale Ridge has not led since, I believe, 7-6. Fort Morgan has led since then, but they've been unable to stop Brady Green. In this fourth quarter, he's got 5 points. You need a quality possession right now. 9 fouls committed by Riverdale Ridge, 8 by Fort Morgan. And Braden Fajardo to throw it in. Near midcourt to Marquez. Marquez over to Carnes. Carnes still across midcourt. Carnes on the outside right, picks up the dribble over to Marquez. Guarded by Austin. Marquez with a dribble. Marquez right of the lane. Marquez nearly stripped. The ball is loose. There's a tie-up, and it's going to go over to Riverdale Ridge. Marquez got sloppy with the ball. Riverdale Ridge can grab the lead with 1:36 to go. Chavez in for Holiday. Chavez was out for a second. Here comes Marcus Hinn. You know they're going to look for Green. Green covered by Farley. Hinn on the high right. And a timeout. 1:29 to go in the game. Fort Morgan 65, Riverdale Ridge 64. Premier Farm Credit understands production ag. They've been serving our rural communities for over 100 years. In Sterling, Fort Morgan, Yuma, and Holyoke, that's Premier Farm Credit. Fort Morgan was looking good with a 14-point lead going into the fourth. But they've been limited to 7 points in the quarter. And only 2 field goals. Wesley Carnes and Fernando Marquez both were layups. And that's the thing. Riverdale Ridge has nailed 3 3-pointers in the quarter and 5 in this half, after only 1 3-pointer in the opening half. So they have stretched out the floor. And they have got the ball. You know that Brady Green's got to be a focus of that offense. Either him on the inside or Leopold on the outside. Can the Ravens pull off the comeback, down by as many as 14? 3/4 court to throw it in. To the left of the Riverdale Ridge bench will be Jathan Austin. In the backcourt, lobs it into Marcus Hinn. Hinn against Carnes straight away. Hinn maintains the dribble. And to his left. Going to hand it off to Leopold, guarded by Marquez. Leopold to the left of the lane. Jump pass straight away to Austin. Austin all the way inside to Green, and he banks and scores. And they've got the lead. 66-65. You've got a minute to go in the game. Fajardo with the basketball. Back out to Wesley Carnes. Carnes with 55 seconds to go. Now to Marquez against Jathan Austin. Marquez with 50 seconds to go, just beyond midcourt. Looks for a pick behind his back, lost control, got it back, and then he falls and he's fouled. Yeah, Austin got him. Austin tripped him up accidentally. That'll be the 10th team foul, and Marquez to the line, but he caught a break. Fernando was out of control there. Jathan Austin with his second. Not the way the Mustangs wanted that possession to go. So Fernando Marquez to shoot 2. Under immense pressure right now. He can tie the game with 1 made free throw and give them the lead with 2. The free throw is not even close. Off the back of the rim. That thing had no shot. You could tell it was too strong when it left his hand. He expended so much energy. Scoring 14 points in the third quarter. He can tie the game with a made free throw. That one is up, and that one is good. And we are tied at 66. 44 seconds to go in the game. Marcus Hinn into the front court for Riverdale Ridge. More than likely they'll work for the final shot. Fort Morgan would like to send this game into overtime if they don't get control of the basketball. 28 seconds to go. Leopold right of the lane, and he looked like he committed the offensive foul. He did. Colin Farley took the contact. Leopold drove into the lane too close to his teammate Green, tried to hand it off, and he slammed into Farley. A huge mistake by Leopold. They did not work for the final shot. That's his third foul. 26.2 to go. Fajardo to throw it in. Into Carnes, now to Fajardo. Fajardo crossing midcourt with 20 to go. On the outside left to Carnes. Carnes straight away, right of the lane. Looking, still looking. Bounce pass to Marquez with 13. Into the lane. Marquez puts it up and in! And a blocking foul! Fernando Marquez with an incredible move towards the bucket. And the Mustangs lead 68-66. What a move by Fernando Marquez. And the foul was committed over there, I believe, by Austin. Haven't put it up on the board yet. But the Mustangs are back in the lead. 11.7 seconds to go. The free throw is in and out. And the rebound is controlled by Green. Ortega with a steal near midcourt. And then he's fouled. Ortega with a steal off the baseball pass. And Chavez commits the foul with 7.3 seconds to go. A sloppy pass there by Brady Green off the rebound. So that one definitely is on Chavez. And here we go. This is the double bonus. You make 2. You can win this game right now. Free throw, Ortega's up and off to the right. He can only give Fort Morgan a 3-point lead. A 3-pointer would send this game into overtime if Ortega makes this shot. Ortega got to make this one for a 3-point lead. That one is up, and that one's good. 69-66, and it's a timeout for Riverdale Ridge. 30-second timeout. What a sequence. Marquez made 1 of 2 to tie the game. An offensive foul by Ryan Leopold, then Marquez made a move in the lane, fouled as he scored for Fernando Marquez, but he missed the free throw. Fort Morgan really had multiple opportunities for a 2-possession lead, but missed free throws by Marquez and Ortega. And TJ Schneider is right now directing his players with a lot of intensity to get after it here for the final 7.3 seconds. Fort Morgan 69, Riverdale Ridge 66. The Mustangs with Ortega, Farley, Carnes, Marquez, and Fajardo. It's Green, Leopold, Chavez, Hinn, and the inbounds passer, Jathan Austin. Here comes Marcus, hit at midcourt with 5 seconds to go. Now with 4, Leopold with 3. Leopold backs up for the long 3, and that's going to be an air ball, and Green tries to put it up and in, and that's it. He missed it, and the Fort Morgan Mustangs have pulled it off. Fort Morgan has won the game. 69-66, all fired up near midcourt. What a game tonight from Fort Morgan High School between the Mustangs and the Riverdale Ridge Ravens. As Fort Morgan comes away with a 69-66 victory. We encourage you to check out our KSIR B106 channel on YouTube, as we will have, not right now, we'll have highlights including the game-winning bucket by Fernando Marquez. Hope to get lots of views of that one, because that was a tremendous shot to win this game for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. 69-66, and they just defeated a very talented basketball team that was 10-2 going in. Let's take a break. We'll come back with a recap of this instant classic from Fort Morgan High School. The Mustangs 69 and the Riverdale Ridge Ravens 66 on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.
Sean Beltran back at Fort Morgan High School. The Mustangs have defeated the Riverdale Ridge Ravens 69-66. As we are live here on B106, let me bring in the head coach of the Mustangs, TJ Schneider. Coach, what a game this was tonight. What do you make of your team's effort? This thing went back and forth in the second half, and it got scary there in the end because Riverdale Ridge actually took the lead.
Yeah, well, I mean, we trust our boys. We know they're here to work. They do things the right way, and that's what we want them to learn. We want them to be good guys when they come out of this program, and they're doing it. They're doing everything right, and we love them. They're working hard.
Tell me what happened on that final possession. Was that all for Fernando, or did he take it basically on his shoulders to make the move he did? Because he's a special athlete, as is Fajardo and a couple of your other guys, but that was a big play there for Fernando.
He is, like I said, we trust the boys. We'll give them a play to run, but you never know what's going to happen sometimes. We got to trust them to do what they know needs to be done, and Fernando did. He put it on his back. You know, we trust him to take that shot, so he'll shoot it whenever.
TJ, what was the message going into tonight's game, knowing you just lost a heartbreaker on Tuesday to Severance, and you had to rebound mentally from that game, taking on a very talented team tonight?
You know, like I said before, we teach the boys, do it the right way. That's all we ask of them. They work hard. They play great position. They're doing everything we ask and more. That's the biggest thing. They do more than we ask. And like I said, just do it the right way.
Hey, TJ, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's Fort Morgan head basketball coach TJ Schneider as the Mustangs defeated Riverdale Ridge tonight 69-66, and his message was very, very consistent tonight, and the Mustangs showed it on the floor. As the Mustang post-game show is brought to you by Morgan Community College, here to make your dreams become a reality for all students. That is Morgan Community College, and we will take it back upstairs here momentarily, and we'll get back on the headset. But that was a special victory tonight by the Fort Morgan Mustangs. They were 6-5 going into the game, and Riverdale Ridge was 10-2. Hopefully we caught his much of Coach Schneider's comments as possible, because with the music, it gets pretty loud in this gym, but we wanted some feedback here as Fort Morgan pulled off the victory, 69-66. We'll connect right back here to our headset.
All right, so here we are back on track here. Thanks to Coach Schneider. I caught him off guard a little bit, but you know, with a game like that, all right, you got to get a coach reaction. You have to. And wow, that was a special win for this Fort Morgan Mustang program. And for those who are out here tonight, they certainly know how good of a team Riverdale Ridge was. But you've got a great senior class here for the Mustangs, and they were able to execute down the stretch to win the game 69-66. We're just tabulating all the totals right now as we move along with all the free throws and everything in the second half. As both teams were 5 out of 9 in the first half. We do know that. So we're kind of doing this right now on the fly. Yeah, Fort Morgan in the second half attempted, wow, 5-8. They attempted 13 free throws for the Mustangs. And let's see, 4, 5, 6. They made 7 of those free throws, all unofficial. So the Mustangs from the line were 12 out of 22. Riverdale Ridge 10 out of 16. That makes a big difference in a three-point game. Both teams committed 19 turnovers. Now, in terms of rebounding, the Mustangs in this game had 26 rebounds. Can you believe that Frank Ortega had 7? So did Braden Fajardo. And for Riverdale Ridge, with all types of size, they had 25 rebounds in the game, and they got 8 from Brady Green. Now let's go to the scoring column. Fernando Marquez led the way with 20 points, 19 for Braden Fajardo. Frank Ortega scored 11, 9 for Wesley Carnes. And then you had 3 from Aiden Garver and 2 apiece from Levi McCoy, Colin Farley, Nathan Gherkin, and Rodrigo Alvarez. For Riverdale Ridge, they were led by Brady Green, 17 points, 7 of those in the fourth quarter. 14 in the game from Marcus Hinn. You had 11 in the game from Ryan Leopold, 9 from MJ Nussi when he had those 2 3-pointers to begin that rally in the third quarter. Next up, 6 points for Anthony Chavez. He had 2 huge 3-pointers in that fourth quarter. And then 4 points from RJ Holiday, 2 from Jathan Austin, and 1 from Lane Hawkins. Now the Mustangs led 21-9 at the break, 38-26. 21-9 after 1, 38-26 at the break. Then it was a 2-point game before Fort Morgan went on a 12-0 run. They reclaimed a 14-point lead after 3, but Riverdale Ridge came back. They actually took the lead by a point, but then Fort Morgan scored the final 4 points of the game, including Fernando Marquez's move in the lane again. Be patient. We will have that on our KSIR B106 channel on YouTube, the video of that play. The audio of the game, of course, will be on that channel as well, with the Mustang logo on the audio underneath, and you can always check out our B106 Facebook page. The Mustangs are back in action coming up on Friday, 5:30 and 7 o'clock. The girls and boys games on Wednesday, I believe I should say Wednesday, January 19th. They're in Frederick against the Warriors, as the Mustang girls went down to defeat tonight, 65-34. But the Mustang boys defeat Riverdale Ridge 69-66. I'm John Beltran. You've been listening to Mustang basketball on your FM home of the Class 3A state football champions, Morgan County's B106, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.